You too, my older friend, if you are seeing the above, do all that you can along with youth to create a better life, remembering always that going back to old values to straighten out present problems will not work. It has been done and is being done every day. It doesn't work. How can you straighten out a problem which exists that is based on a lie? You can't, unless you discover what that lie is and then create new values based on that discovery. And this is why you are being taught to create your own new world and disconnect from the present one. We hear it said all the time that we get what we focus on. And right now there is a fad of this idea going around. That is true to a certain extent. If you, out of habit or unconsciousness, concentrate on the things you don't want, you will probably get them. However, when we deliberately focus on the negative in order to understand it and eliminate it, this is a different story. In this manual, we sometimes emphasize the negative in this society and in ourselves only to confront it and to do something about it. The euphonious little old slogan, quote, "Every day in every way I'm getting better and better," unquote, is better than nothing and is popularly sweet. However, only deep thought and action with ruthless discipline, diligence, and ethics can eliminate the negative. Once the negative is gone, surprise, the positive and benevolent appears automatically. And this is why I deliberately bring out the stupidities of our present form of life. This manual is a tool to invite you to think. We will begin with the certainty that all problems can be solved. Then we will begin a self-re-evaluation and re-evolution that will lead to self-transformation. Then we will turn on to the new values expressed here and further the transformation. Then we will tune in to our individual response to the new values. Then we drop out of the old world and then we create our own new world. To do all this, you must not just read what is herein written. And when I say herein written, I mean if you have the manual. If not, if you're just going by these videos, then written means watched. You must study it, dwell on it, and meditate on it, remembering always that you are the ultimate judge of everything. Then act on it. Do not allow procrastination and indifference to interfere. Think for yourself. Accept nothing without thinking. You are your own teacher and disciple. If you are satisfied, quote unquote, with your way of life and how life is being lived on this planet, you probably shouldn't even bother studying this manual or watching these videos. The book recommends thrashing the old world and starting a new one for yourself. So, if you're satisfied, quote unquote, with the old world, it might take you years to reach the clarity of mind necessary to see through all the lies. And life on this planet is composed 85% of lies. On the other hand, if you've tried to live properly and ethically, and you mean well, but something always goes wrong in your life and you think you are to blame, and you don't seem to ever attain a state of harmony, you then are most ready for the contents of this manual. So with this being established, let us get on the road to victory and go about starting a new world for ourselves and others based on the principles that follow. This is section on how to study this manual. The manual is different in that you will be aligning your emotions with the contents in the different sublime realms. Your emotions will be evoked through music. The music will be the 9 symphonies of Beethoven and the New World Symphony by Dvorak. Get yourself this music on CDs. Beethoven was a spiritually evolved individual who envisioned a world such as we learn about in this manual. So we proceeded to compose 9 symphonies that pretty much represent the symbolism of the 9 realms spoken of here. The number 9 is the end of a complete cycle of progressive movement on the physical level and also a beginning on the spiritual level. To Beethoven, I'm sure it represented the end of an old world and the triumph of a new one. You will hear this as you listen to the 9th Symphony in rapt attention. 10, 11, and 12 represent mental creation on the spiritual plane. They are the manifestation of the new world. Follow these study suggestions. 1. Read Sublime Realm number 1. This realm represents self, individuality, and the you who are reading this book. Number 2, read it as long as necessary to comprehend it thoroughly. Do not go past misunderstood words. Every misunderstood word must be looked up in the dictionary. 3, then read it a second time with full attention and possibly a third time. 4, now you are ready to listen to Beethoven's First Symphony. All symphonies contain 4 movements, 4 different parts. For the first time, it's preferable that you listen to the complete symphony at one sitting. Try to be alone and undisturbed. Later, you can listen to it a movement at a time. The very important thing is for you to connect the music with the ideas of the realm. For example, you will be connecting your meaning of self and your individuality with the themes and the conversational fragments of the music. You will be hearing and feeling this meaning. You will be hearing and feeling your interpretation of duality in realm number 2, in symphony number 2, and you will be hearing and feeling your interpretation of perfect manifestation of realm number 3 with symphony number 3, and so on with all realms and their respective symphonies. 5. There are no words to tell you how much of a great being you'll become if you do this with all realms and symphonies. This is a promise. 6. Do not read Realm 2 until Realm number 1 has been read 2 or 3 times and Symphony number 1 has been heard 2 or 3 times. 7. After listening to each complete symphony the first time, you then can keep the CDs in the car, if you have a CD player, and listen to the symphony connected with the realm you're working on continually. After a while, the contents of the realms become a reality through inspiration. 8. Do the above with all realms, no matter how long it takes. 9. With the study of realms 10, 11, and 12, you are to listen to the New World Symphony by Dvorak. Read these realms and listen to the symphony continually. With these instructions under your belt, it is time to start. So next time, I will go into we'll talk more about the New World, and there's still a few minutes left, I think, so we will go into why are we here. This is going to be very interesting. So I'm going to end it right at this point. Be sure to see installments number 1, 2, and 3 videos before you watch these. Okay? Thank you very much for listening and have a great day.